Hello everyone, we are Geeks Not Nerds. I'm Captain Logan.
I'm Vince.
Today we're going to do something a little bit different at the risk of irritating people with yet more trivia on the channel.
What?
Because last week after Planet Comic-Con, it was almost nothing but trivia videos. And this will also be another shameless promotion video. I thought it would be fun to quiz Vince with some questions from Comics to Screen, the 2015 exam. This is my trivia book about comic book movies, starting from last year, and then also lots of quizzes about movies going all the way back.
Place your bets, people.
I thought it would be fun to quiz Vince and then give folks kind of a sense of what the book is like.
Bet the under.
Because I did a commercial on it, but really the only way to get a good sense of what the questions are like, and if you might enjoy this, is for us to demonstrate it for you. And also, I was just curious to see how well Vince would do with some of this stuff. So this certainly will give away a few questions for you if you're interested in the book. So if you're already getting it, or you don't want anything about the book spoiled, certainly turn the video off now. And thanks for clicking and giving us a view. We appreciate that. And anyway, so this is just $5. It's on Geekvolution.com right now. You can buy it along with Midwestern panels, or you can buy it all by itself. And anyway, so now we're going to stop trying to sell you the book, and we're just going to play with the book. Are you ready? So, Vince, right in the opening, there is a table of contents. And what I'd like you to do is take a look at the table of contents and choose a quiz. Any quiz you think might be really fun. And if you end up accidentally choosing a quiz that's really short, we'll do a couple.
Okay.
All right. So we want to try to do about 20 questions or so. So go ahead and take a look at this and pick something you think would be really fun. Either a quiz about one of the movies from last year or anything else that's in there. We've got a whole section on movies leading up to the movies that came out last year. And then there's a whole section on Batman. There's a whole section on Marvel Studios. Well, actually, not just Marvel Studios. There's other Marvel in there, too. Obscure movies, superhero movie tropes, and then behind-the-scenes stuff. Just don't pick Section 8, because I want to keep that a surprise.
I'm going to go with Section 7.
Well, we're not going to do all of 7, so pick one of the quizzes.
Oh, okay.
And then, like I said, we'll do...
That's all.
Here, I'll open up Section 7 and show you what it looks like. So Vince wants something Marvel.
I'm just feeling marvelous today.
Are you feeling marvelous, Vince?
You look marvelous.
What exactly is marvelous? What is marvelous?
You look
Vince?
spherical and made of glass with little colored ribbons going through you.
Okay, what do you think about this, Vince? What do you think about doing Marvel before Marvel Studios?
Sure. Why not?
And then do you want to do does whatever an Iron Man can?
I'll totally just mess that one up. Sure.
Really? Okay. All right. Here we go.
I know squat about Iron Man.
We'll do some Marvel trivia. We'll start with this, and then we'll decide what we want to do after that. All right. Here we go. Because it might be fun to do one of the movies from last year and see if there's one that you think you know better than others. Maybe that would be a cool thing to do too. Yeah. All right. Here we go. So Marvel before Marvel Studios. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. These are multiple choice. Some of these I might just see if you know them without the multiple choice, but some of these you can only answer multiple choice. So here we go. Here's the first one. Which of these 4 characters is played by a former Punisher actor? Are you ready? Is it Heimdall, Volstagg, Laufey, or Hogan? It's Volstagg.
Yeah. Ray Stevenson.
Good job, Vince. Yeah, he's 1 for 1. Okay. What candy is Johnny Blaze addicted to in Ghost Rider?
Oh, heck. I'll go through the number.
Is it Reese's Pieces, M&M's, Jelly Beans, or Twizzlers?
Jelly beans.
It is jelly beans. Mm-hmm. It's a weird, quirky thing that never paid off in any way. In Daredevil, who is Jack Murdoch's opponent in the fight he's expected to throw? John Romita, Brian Michael Bendis, David Mack, or Frank Miller?
Oh, hang on. Romita.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Because he goes, Miller, Mack, Bendis.
Yeah, they're all my fighters. Yeah, it was Romita he was fighting. I almost looked it up because I wasn't sure, but that's it. Yeah. Number 4. Which of these characters? There are answers in the back. You don't have to email me to find out what the answers are. Which of these characters was not adapted into a major picture? Into a motion picture prior to the formation of Marvel Studios? Doctor Strange, the Hulk, Fantastic Four, or Captain America?
Doctor Strange. Wait, no, hang on. A major motion picture.
Mm-hmm.
And the options were?
Doctor Strange, the Hulk, Fantastic Four, or Captain America?
Doctor Strange. Because that wasn't technically Doctor Strange. It was Dr. Mordred.
Yeah, I think there actually was one, though. Let me check and see what I put on this, because I could be kind of... this might have been weird that I did it like this, because... Yeah, because Captain America was one. It wasn't... Yeah. It wasn't a really big budget movie, but yeah. let me look and see what I wrote here. I might have totally botched this. This is gonna make this quiz book look really good, isn't it? Let's see here. Wow, that's weird.
It's not even in there?
No, it's a typo because it says B, which is the Hulk, which is not true. Okay, well, that's a mulligan. Let's move on. That's weird. I don't know what I was doing with that. Okay. What other Marvel Comics character apparently exists? I think it was supposed to be Doctor Strange. What other Marvel character, comics character, apparently exists in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe? The Hulk, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, or Reed Richards?
Wait. One more time.
What other Marvel Comics character apparently exists in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe? The Hulk, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, or Reed Richards?
Oh, man. That is just tough. I'm going to go with Hulk. Reference banner?
It is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange's reference. In Spider-Man 2, that is one of the ideas thrown at J. Jonah Jameson for naming Doc Ock.
And it's taken.
And he says it's taken, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What movie... so you missed that one. What movie released a teaser trailer that prominently featured the Twin Towers?
It's either Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2.
The options are Punisher, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Daredevil.
Spider-Man.
So, yeah, it's Spider-Man. That was... remember, Spider-Man was released in 2002?
Oh, yeah.
Or, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was released in early 2002.
It would have been the earlier one.
And there was a really early teaser trailer that was shown just before 9/11 happened. What director made 2 pre-Marvel Studio films for Fox? Brian Taylor, Rob Bowman, Tim Story, or Mark Steven Johnson?
Johnson.
Yep. Daredevil and Ghost Rider.
Heck yeah.
Kind of amazing they let him do another one after Daredevil.
Yeah.
And then it made a lot less money, I think. What major sci-fi director famously wrote a profanity-laden scriptment for Spider-Man in 1991? James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, David Cronenberg, or Ridley Scott?
Oh, God. Any one of those guys. Well, I mean, it's obviously not Spielberg. It can't be. He's kind of got the good guy personality going on. I'm going to say Cronenberg.
It was Cameron. He almost directed Spider-Man.
That's kind of awesome. I would watch it. Why
not? Yeah, but then I read about what he was going to do with it, and it sounded ridiculous. Which of these properties... I mean, doesn't mean like it couldn't have worked, but why would you want a profanity-laden Spider-Man movie? Of course, it was '91, and that was when Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man was really popular. Which of these?
I cuss when I read Todd McFarlane.
That's not what I meant. Which of these properties was rebooted twice before Marvel reacquired its rights? Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Punisher, or Hulk?
Rebooted twice. Punisher.
Yeah. Which of these films features a supporting role by Terrence Stamp? Daredevil,
Elektra.
Hulk, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, or Elektra? Elektra. That's it.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
Good job, Vince. Well,
Thank you.
You missed what, one, and then the one that I don't know what happened
Yeah.
with it.
There might be a Doctor Strange eye. Heck, who knows?
Yeah, that's so weird that I wrote Hulk because that's what it says in the answer key because that's not true. Yeah, that's really wonky that happened. Okay, I checked that really thoroughly,
Right.
but apparently not thoroughly enough. Anyway, all right, moving on. Let's do a movie from last year. Pick your poison, Vince.
Well, you do this one, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't watch Sin City 2. The one,
Neither did anyone else. That's why it only made half its budget back.
the one I've seen the most is Guardians of the Galaxy.
You want to do that one?
Sure.
All right. And once again, folks, if you don't want these spoiled for you because you're going to get the book, feel free to quit watching the video now. But here it is. All right, Vince. Here we go. Guardians of the Galaxy. You want all of it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Throw it at me.
In what year is Peter Quill abducted by aliens? 1973, 1984, 1988, or 1993?
88.
88's right. The very first thing you see on the screen is in 1988.
The thing I was thinking was 86, and then you said 84 and 88, and I was like, crap.
Number 2, what other comic book property which released a film the very same year as Guardians of the Galaxy is referenced by Peter Quill? Sin City, Ninja Turtles, Captain America, or Spider-Man?
Oh, wow. Referenced. Wait, in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
And the options were?
So Peter Quill references one of these properties. Sin City, Ninja Turtles, Captain America, or Spider-Man?
I want to say Turtles.
It is Turtles. In that opening sequence, he calls one of the guys in the garb a Ninja Turtle. Where is Ronin's lair? The Dark Aster, Nowhere, Xandar, or the Kiln?
Oh, heck, I don't know. Dark Aster.
Dark Aster's right. Well done. You're guessing well. What is Ronin's moniker? The Mad Titan, the Destroyer, the Accursed, or the Accuser?
Shoot. I can't say that stuff on there.
Ronin the
Accuser.
That's it. I knew if I did that, you'd have it. That's it.
It's Drax the Destroyer. Okay, that's why I was confused.
It's Drax the Destroyer.
Ronin the Accuser.
It's Thanos the Mad Titan, and it's Malekith the Accursed. What metaphor does Peter use to describe Drax, which he takes as an insult? A Hulk, a dinosaur, a thesaurus, or a space cadet?
Thesaurus.
Thesaurus, that's right. Don't call me a thesaurus. What is the name of Star-Lord's ship? Andromeda, Milano, Big Casino, or Icarus?
Icarus.
Milano.
Ah.
You missed one.
Yeah.
You missed one. You're 5 for 6. Milano's the name of the ship. Nowhere is the severed head of what? A living planet, a robot, a celestial, or Galactus?
Wait, Nowhere is the severed head of a celestial.
That's it. What movie does Peter give a synopsis of for Gamora? Do you know it right off?
I think so, but go through them.
Footloose, Grease, Fame, or Moulin Rouge?
Okay,
Footloose.
That's what I thought it was, but I was like, am I right about that?
This character, Kevin Bacon.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Which of these characters makes a cameo? Jason, Cosmo, Adam Warlock, or Blackthorn?
Cosmo.
Cosmo's right.
That's the dog.
That's
right?
the dog.
Okay.
Who touches the Infinity Stone first in the film? Ronan, Yondu, the Collector's Slave, or Peter Quill?
Ronan.
I'm pretty sure it's the Collector's Slave.
No, you're right. That's
Because
right.
okay,
Collector Slave.
yeah,
because she
because-
explodes.
Yeah, because she'd rather death than staying where she is.
Yeah.
And that's the first sense we get of what would happen if you touched it. So,
That's right.
who wears the Star-Lord helmet besides Peter Quill? Rocket, Drax, Darien Day, or Gamora?
Gamora.
Yep, she puts it on in space. Well, or he puts it on her.
So that she can breathe.
Which of these songs is not on Awesome Mix Volume 1?
Oh, boy.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Hooked on a Feeling, Fooled Around and Fell in Love, or Cherry Bomb?
One more time.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Hooked on a Feeling, Fooled Around and Fell in Love, or Cherry Bomb?
Those last two I know are on there. Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
That's it.
Okay.
And the reason is because that's on the second one. So
Yeah, that's
he
okay.
opens it up and he puts it in, and what's funny is I'm pretty sure that they've been putting that song on the CD. That they're packaging as Awesome Mix Volume 1, and I'm like, well, it's not technically, you want to put every song from the movie, but that's on the second volume.
Right.
Who designed the Hadron Enforcer? Gamora, Rocket, Drax, or Groot?
Rocket.
Rocket, yeah. That big honking gun, he built that. Mm-hmm. Good job. You're doing really well.
Thank you.
What is Drax doing? I mean, these aren't, like, super easy, right? Like...
Well, I mean, I've been sitting here struggling on some of them.
Yeah. What is Drax doing while potted plant Groot is dancing next to him? Piloting the ship, eating a chicken leg, polishing a knife, or calisthenics?
Knife.
Mm-hmm. Ronan is a member of what species?
The Destroyers?
Kree, Skrull, Inhuman, or Spartoid?
I'm going to say Spartoid just because...
Oh, geez. No, that's an easy one. He's a Kree.
Oh, he is Kree.
He's Kree. Yeah.
Crap!
Yep. That's important. When was Hooked on a Feeling recorded? 1969, 1973, 1982, or 1988? Given in a line of dialogue from Peter Quill.
All right, what are the years again?
69, 73, 82, or 88?
And it was Hooked on a Feeling?
Mm-hmm.
72.
72 was not one of the options, but 73 was.
Oh, that's what, yeah, 73.
82. And I'm
head.
pretty sure that's right, but I'm going to check it just to make sure that I'm not wrong. Because I wrote a lot of these. I don't know all the answers at the top of my head. That is 16.
Fooled Around and Fell in Love is, by the by, the biggest hit. I realize that's not what the song is about. It's, by the by, the biggest hit of a blues artist. So it's not a blues song.
Oh,
it's
interesting.
by a blues artist.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I was listening to Dan Aykroyd's radio show X amount of months ago, and they were talking about that.
Prior to the kiln, how many prisons does Rocket claim to have escaped? 5, 12, 17, or 22?
17?
22.
Crap.
What is the capital of the Nova Empire? Xandor, Nova Prime, Spartax, or Nowhere?
Xandor.
Mm-hmm. Yondu puts out a bounty on Peter Quill for how many units? 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, or 50,000?
40,000?
I think it's 20, but I'm going to check that one too. That's a bit obscure.
With number questions, I often feel like it's going to be either the poles, but I don't trust myself, so I usually guess in the middle.
And then, of course, those of us actually writing the question are thinking about the fact that people are thinking about that. It's 40.
Oh, sweet!
Rock on.
Huzzah!
Well done. I was wrong, and I wrote the question.
That was a guess and a half.
What does Rocket like to steal just because he thinks it's hilarious?
Oh, God, there's a couple things. I would essentially say removable body parts.
Yeah, bionic limbs. Yep, that's it. Yes, indeed. So anyway...
no, seriously, I need them.
So what'd you do? What'd you miss, 2?
I think I missed 3.
Yeah. But you got most of that.
Yeah, well, I've seen that movie like 6 times.
Well done, Vince.
So, I like that movie a lot. I don't even own that movie. I've seen it a bunch.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Well, you need to get it.
I need to get
awesome.
It. On my list of things to get from 2014.
Do you have Winter Soldier yet?
I don't have Winter Soldier. On my list of things to get. Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past.
Don't Judge, Paddington Bear. Which
I thought Don't Judge was a
2015.
movie. I'm like, I didn't see that. Don't Judge. What's that?
That's a weird.
That's weird.
I was going to make a stupid joke. Moving on. Paddington Bear I loved.
Yeah, and I was surprised because you didn't think you would.
I liked it a lot. The stuff I didn't like was in the trailer.
Well, anyway, there is a sampling of the book, and now we're going to move on to rants. Vince, what's your rant for this week, man?
I am going to rant about... Okay, so often when people...
you turn into a televangelist? When did that happen?
Right after I graduated from the seminary. So...
Clearly you didn't have to take any English courses.
This is true. So, plenty of Latin, though. But there's... I'm kidding.
Some Arabic.
But, I played a preacher in a play once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was Reverend Shaw in Footloose, incidentally.
Is that your rant?
No.
Okay, what's your rant?
My rant is that I get annoyed when people use the word addicted loosely. And you know what? I can appreciate hyperbole. I can appreciate it. Whatever. But if you're going to be hyperbolic, I'd rather you say something ridiculous than say, oh my God, Becky, these chips are so addicting. I'm like totally addicted to them. They're just delicious. And then I say, all right.
I think the problem is less using that word in that instance, more of the voice, really.
So,
I mean, I would rant about anything that person had to say.
Will, what I wanted to say, when I talk about this to people, I usually say something different, but I will curb the language. So you would do uncouth favors for a man in an alley at 4 a.m. to acquire those chips. If you're Jones informed bad enough, say you had no cash on you, say somebody took your credit cards and you needed those chips, you would do uncouth things to a stranger in an alley to get those chips.
And you know what else? You would not go to your daughter's second grade play if someone offered you the world.
What?
Right? Like people always say, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Ah!
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Somebody's like, well, I mean, if somebody said, listen, you could miss this play that your daughter... I don't have a daughter.
Because people only ever say that to things they don't really want to go to, right?
Yeah, or people only say that because, it's one of those things that people just say. It's like language means nothing. And
but very often it's in a situation where it's like you gotta go to somebody's recital or something. I wouldn't miss it for... You're overcompensating saying that so that they know you care, but you totally would miss that for the world.
One of the guys that went to my bachelor party, terrifically nice guy.
And that person would think you were an idiot for going instead of taking the world.
Dad, you went to my party instead of the thing? You should went and got the world. That's how kids sound. In my head. So
what you need to do is get your daughter's speech lessons.
Man, you sound like an adult trying to sound like a little girl. So, moving on.
I'm sorry, Vince, you often sound like an adult trying to sound like a little girl.
It's my witch impression.
I think that was more like a gremlin that had been fed after midnight. Anyway, I'm sorry. Or is it the water thing? No, the water thing kills them.
Yeah. Fed after midnight turns a mogwai into a gremlin.
Yeah, okay.
I guess feeding a gremlin after midnight just, makes them gremlins.
See, that's a trivia question I would miss. I didn't remember what they were called before they were gremlins.
Mogwai.
Oh, wow.
Did you know there's a mogwai named Haskins? It's my last name.
Whoa!
Yeah,
really?
And there's a figure of it, and I haven't had the chance to buy it yet.
Did you know
I haven't seen it in a store. I guess I can go online.
Since we're doing this, we've completely derailed. Did you know that there's a character in Power Rangers Time Force called Captain Logan?
Ah, it's awesome.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you should go get a Power Rangers Time Force figure if it exists.
Yeah. So I'll get that guy,
and I'll go get the Haskins Gremlin.
Haskins Gremlin.
Haskins Mogwai.
And what we'll do is we'll set them up and we'll do like a puppet show, and they'll do a show of GNN. They'll do a GNN, and then anyway, I'm sorry. What was your rant? People saying?
Oh yeah, people saying they're addicted. Because you're not addicted to it. And you know what? I would bet if you really stop to think about it, eating them on occasion does not qualify as addicted. And if you really stop to think about it, you wouldn't say that because it's dumb.
Yeah, but when people say that because they've eaten like 4 or 5, and they already know they've eaten to excess, but they keep going because they taste so good. Yeah, but that's not really addiction. Like, is it possible to have a momentary addiction?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think you might have self-control issues, but
yeah, because I mean, like you might be addicted to sugar.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or you might be addicted to caffeine, but I guess what I'm saying is you would keep popping whatever was in that bag no matter what it was.
I mean, I guess I could understand somebody saying it's habit forming, but you know what?
Yeah,
that's silly.
Yeah.
And so when people say,
I'm just playing devil's advocate because you always do that to my rants.
Well, that's fair. When people say I'm addicted, I just get annoyed because I'm like, no, you're not. And furthermore, I'm going to roll this into 2 rants here. When people say...
Do you think it's bad to use that term too loosely because addiction is real and like a real problem? Like,
I mean, I think to some extent. I mean, I think anything with a sense of humor is fine. You know what?
Yeah.
But people saying I'm addicted to these are really just trying to impart the information upon you that they really, really like them. And I just think that's silly. I think there are other words and language to use, and I hear this so often, just ridiculously often. And people are like, I'm addicted to it. Well, you know what? I'm not addicted to hearing you say you're addicted because you're obviously not addicted. And you know what? Addicts, they they have problems. You can be addicted to things, not even know you're addicted to them. Sure.
It's true. It's true.
There's a lot of people that are addicted to sugar because eating sugar, no joke, eating sugar sends off a chemical reaction in your brain that makes you believe that you need more sugar. So technically, if you're hungry and you go get something sugary, you're actually dooming yourself to wanting more. So,
and then you're risking eating when you're not actually hungry.
That's right. This is a real thing. It exists. On the other hand, if you go get natural sugars like honey, they have certain protein strands in it that will convince you, at least after about 30 minutes, that you're not hungry anymore. So it takes longer. That's the interesting thing is about sugars though, is that it doesn't satisfy you immediately, but certain things like honey will satisfy you eventually. So after 30 minutes, you have a prolonged period of time where you feel less hungry. So anyway, I'm not going to do the other one. I'll do that rant next week. So
okay.
Moving on.
Well, my rant is short. This is another Netflix rant. So this is not a big deal, but it sort of irritates me. So you're on Netflix. And I find ratings sometimes helpful, right? Like they have the 5-star rating. It's one of the only things that's kept the 5-star rating thing. I'm gonna cry when we get to the day when Netflix, just like YouTube, has gotten to the thumbs up, thumbs down system. It's really nice that you can still pick. Yeah, it was okay. It just wasn't brilliant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
YouTube videos are good or they're bad. You know what I mean? When we get a couple thumbs down on a video, that's people having to say this video is just bad. But if you saw the star rating, people could say, it was okay. It was worth watching. 3 stars. So anyway, well, it's nice that Netflix still has that, but what's annoying is that Netflix seems to think that I care more about what it thinks I'm going to think about a movie than it does about what everybody else thinks about that movie. So when I'm looking at titles I haven't watched yet, it will show me a star number, and I'll think, oh wow, that movie got 5 stars from the viewers, and then you go over it, and it says that it's guessing at what you'll probably rate it. And you have to actually click on it. Have you not noticed this?
I didn't notice.
You have to actually click on it and then look at the reviews and then what the actual star rating is to find out what the actual star rating is. So it is anticipating what you would click. Why is that useful information to me? I mean, the thing, and you could argue, well, it's useful because it's trying to tell you what you think you might want to watch and what you think you might want to avoid, and of course it's up to you to look into it. But the problem is, it already is giving you a list of movies it thinks you will like based on things you've seen and based on things that you rated higher. Well, that's already a lot more useful. I think the star ratings are. It would be much more useful for me to say, oh wow. The whole audience collectively gave that 1.5 stars. So even if it was a thing that Netflix thought I might like based on other things I had rated highly, I might not want to watch that because that is mostly going to be based on genre and stuff and not so much based on what isn't good. I would figure is at least the way that algorithm works. So isn't that weird? Like why does it prioritize what it thinks I'm going to say?
That's silly. I've never noticed.
You've never noticed it.
I occasionally say, hey, I want to know what other people think about this.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch something, decide whether or not I liked it, and then before I rate it, I always kind of want to see what other people think about it. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give that a 2 because that was kind of crap. But it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. And then I look and I'm like, oh look, it's a 4. Holy crap! Everybody likes this, huh?
Yeah.
So and then I give it a 2 anyway.
Piggybacking off of that real quick, because I wouldn't want to make this a whole rant, I also don't really care for the fact that when you go to like Netflix apps on other things, very often it doesn't show you the reviews. I don't know why that is. I don't know why if I go to if memory serves, like Wii and the Roku box and things like that, or my Roku stick, other places that aren't just on my computer. If I go to a movie, I can't look at you see the star rating, but you can't actually look at the reviews. Why not? Why is that? Put them in there.
That's why I haven't noticed it before because I always watch Netflix on my PS3.
Oh, see, that's probably why you're not seeing that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And I do nearly all my viewing on a computer and on a projector screen. So anyway, I don't know. I just think that's weird. It's not a big deal, but it's a thing that I noticed and thought I'd share. Anyway, everybody, thanks as always for watching. We sure appreciate it. We will be back with you with a normal topic next week, and we will pick each other's brains about something interesting for you next time.
After that, we'll have an abnormal topic.
Yeah. Yeah, you just watch. Anyway, thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince, reminding you to support your local comic book store and, study for your test.
We'll see you next week.